Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday, July 31st of 2025. We are convening a session of the Philadelphia Tax Review Board. My name is Melissa Andre. I'm the executive director here. And with me today is board members Nancy Cameradiner, George Matthews, and Ryan Boyer. They are all board members. I will be filling in a bit today with some of the direction. I also want to note for the record that at this moment, there is no court reporter. However, we have reached out to the court reporter. So we are recording this in lieu of the court reporter jumping on. Please be aware that this is a public meeting and it is being recorded. Because the meeting is public, participants and viewers have no expectation of privacy. And by continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. This recording will be posted on the Tax Review Board's website. At this time, I'm just going to note that the board is going to read in the decision only case listed for today. It's the Original Apostolic Faith Church. This case was heard back in, if I'm not mistaken.
My notes don't give that date. I'm sorry.
It was heard on June 5th of 2025. The board took it under advisement and has made the following determination. I'm going to read the board's decision into the record. The board finds that this is an unfortunate, I'm sorry, let me read the docket numbers into the record. 26 DEM ZZ 9198, 26 NU MER ZZ 6641, 26 NU MER ZZ 6640, and 26 DEM ZZ 9197. I think for the petitioner in this matter, Ms. Hayward, you're here on behalf of the petitioner?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great. The board finds that this is an unfortunate situation as the petitioner acted promptly to address and remediate the church fire that destroyed their beloved church. The board commends the petitioner. They hired a contractor and attempted to demo the building that they knew could not be saved. However, the board finds that the petitioner's expert witness However, the board finds that the petitioner's expert witness had very little credibility, and the estimate provided had no basis in truthfulness or accuracy at how much the demolition of this size and magnitude would cost. As no credible evidence was provided to refute the reasonableness of the cost of the city demolition and other work performed, the board finds that the city's costs were reasonable, including the work associated with helping the fire department put out the fire. However, the city's own administrative actions by the Historical Commission tied the petitioner's hands and hampered any real ability to address the situation. The board abates all interest on the bills due to the petitioners, demonstrated good faith throughout this process. As such, the board will abate 100% of the administrative fees on the demolition and site works connected to the demolition associated with docket numbers ending in 9198 and 6641, and it abates 50% of the administrative fees on the asbestos and site work due to the associated fire, which is docket number 6640 and 9197. The board's decision will be memorialized and sent to the petitioner and the city within the next 10 business days. The petitioner and the city have the right to appeal this decision to the Court of Common Pleas within 30 days of the decision. Again, this will all be memorialized in a decision. Is there any other questions or concerns?
Is the board giving us a certain amount of time to pay the bills? Like what is the stipulation in terms of that?
Oh yes, I forgot that part. Thank you, Ms. Hayward. The board will give the petitioner 60 days to get into a payment arrangement with that, with those stipulations.
And is there any sort of limitations or assistance the board has provided in terms of?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Can't understand.
Did the board put any sort of limitations or stipulations around the terms of the payment arrangement?
No, that is done through the Department of Revenue and L&I. The board cannot set terms regarding stipulations, just that we'll give you 60 days to get into that payment arrangement and get the benefits of the abatements.
60 days from when?
From the date of the determination.
So from today?
No, from the date of the date we put on the bottom of the letter that says it was mailed and made official.
Okay, will that be emailed to our attorney as well? Can we
Absolutely.
request?
I mean, it will be mailed to your attorney because I believe that's who you have as the representative on this matter.
Okay, so it'll be mailed and emailed or just no,
We mail.
email. Okay. Anything else we need to know?
Nope.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay. Nancy, you can take it away with the rest of the matters.
Okay. Basically, we have a number of items that have been identified for today's hearing list. And I'm not sure, we have 7 items listed. Should we be going through them one at a time, or do you have any indications that would require us to use a different order?
Well, I think first we should do the Yanofsky Family Trust Matters, and I can read the last 4 digits into the
Oh, I
docket.
actually was going to request that we do the PHL Hotel franchisee matter first, because I believe that they have failed to appear, so we can get that off of the docket.
Well, I think it's a little early, but hold on one second because I did
Okay.
hear somebody come in. No.
The link is not on the website. I mean, it's on the website, but
It's-
I had to send it from my iPhone.
Hold on one second. Mr. Hervé, can you just identify yourself?
Oh, Mr. Horvey is here as one of my witnesses from the Community Life Improvement Program. But
Thank you so much.
please make sure your mic is working.
Hello, John Horvey, City of Philadelphia Club Program.
The court reporter is coming in, so I'm just gonna pause before we get into the next
Oh,
matter.
excellent.
I'm
Also,
glad to
can
hear
you
that.
tell- Yeah. Hi, Leah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I was worried about you.
Yeah, I know. I never get the link until I don't know what is going on, but yeah, it was really, really late to get it today.
Leah, I just wanted to note that we started this case, we read a decision into the record. It's been recorded, and if it gets appealed, please let me know. I will forward you the recording.
Okay, thank you
Alright.
so much.
All right, Leah, are you ready to start?
I'm ready when you are. Yes, thank you.
very much.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Cohen, PHL Hotel is here. They are here.
Oh, never mind then. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll start with the Yanofsky cases.
Okay,
And
Do you want me to read
you
some of?
want me to read them into the record, Nancy?
I can read, I only have one listing for PHL Hotel Franchisee LLC.
We're
Is
not
that,
doing that case. No, we're gonna do the
doing
Yanofsky matters.
that's the only,
One you can read?
the only case I have other than,
Okay, Nancy, I'm gonna read the
they're all-
Yanofsky
yeah,
family
they're all-
cases into the record. All right.
you
we're
may
gonna be
have to do, my apologies, but I don't.
It's okay. It's okay, Nancy. We're gonna do Yanofsky Family Trust Matters. I'm gonna read them into the record. Case number 1 ends in 6556, and that property address is 6340 Lawndale Street. Case number 2, last 4 digits 6534, Yanofsky Family Trust. That's the property at 6342 Mershon Street. Case number 3 ends in 6554. That's 6340 Lawndale Street. Case number 4 ends in 6555, 6340 Lawndale Street. Case number 6 ends in 9991, 6340 Lawndale Street. And then case number 7 is 6531, and that's 6342 Mershon Street. So do we want to do the Lawndale streets together and the Mershon streets together?
So the way that I organized the city's exhibits and position statements was by address, because also there are 2 separate property owners. Yanofsky Family Trust owns 6340 Lawndale Street, but their representative is Alexis Yanofsky, and Alexis Yanofsky, the individual, owns 6342 Mershon Street.
Nancy, can you swear in Ms. Yanofsky? Or Ms. Bedell? I apologize. Oh, you're on mute, Nancy.
Nancy, you had to unmute yourself. You're on mute.
I think she's trying to. George, can you swear her in? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give today will be truthful?
Yes, I do.
George has to do it. I'm sorry, our board member.
Do you,
has to.
do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're gonna give today will be truthful?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Am I still on mute?
No.
I guess I'm still on mute. No, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, my apologies. I didn't touch anything, so I don't know how I got
It's okay,
on mute. I
It's okay,
apologize.
Nancy, that's okay.
Can you state your name for the record, Ms. Bedell? Ms. Bedell, can you state your name for the record, for the stenographer? Can she hear me? Miss Yanofsky? I'm sorry, is it a Bedell or, that's what I'm asking. Can you state your name for the record?
Alexis Yanofsky.
Oh, Yanofsky, thank you. Mr. Cohen, are you the representative for the city? Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Jeffrey Cohen. Good afternoon, everyone. I am the attorney for the city of Philadelphia in these matters. And actually, should I address preliminarily the statute of limitations, no action needed arguments?
First, I just want to have the numbers for the record and then
Okay.
speak to those arguments. Is there a witness for the city who's going to testify about the numbers?
Yes, Ms. Lashika Mitchell.
Okay, Ms. Mitchell, can we start with the Lawndale?
Let's swear Ms. Mitchell in first.
Thank you. Ryan, can you swear Ms. Mitchell in, please?
Yes, Ms. Mitchell, do you swear or affirm that you'll be truthful with your testimony today?
Yes.
Ms. Mitchell, can you read in the Lawndale Street addresses first, and then we can go into the Marchand ones?
Okay. 6340 Lawndale Street. This is a clip bill date 9/20/2017, bill number 225-98206. Principal amount $113.22. Admin charge $23.78. Interest is $40.80, bringing the total to $177.80.
What was the date of that, Ms. Mitchell?
9/20/2017.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one, 6340 Lawndale Street. This is also a clip bill date 10/14/2016, bill number 22553899. Principal amount $167.56. Admin charge $35.19. Interest is $72.72, bringing that total to $275.47. The next one is 6340 Lawndale Street. This is a clip bill date 10/6/2009. Bill number 303542. Principal amount $94.28. Admin charge $19.80. Interest is $88.92, bringing the total to $203 even. Lastly is 6340 Lawndale Street. This is a clip bill date 6/25/2016. Bill number 225-38137. Principal amount $192.47. Admin charge is $40.42. Interest is $87 even, bringing that total to $319.89.
Now the Marchand Street.
Okay, 6342 Marchand Street. This is a clip bill date 6/5/2012. Bill number 223-28245. Principal amount $59.37. Admin charge is $12.47. Interest is $43.05, bringing the total to $114.89. The next entry is 6342 Marchand Street. This is also a clip bill date 7/12/2012. Bill number 223 35456. Principal amount is $59.02. Admin charge is $12.39. Interest is $42.70, bringing that total to $114.11.
Okay, Mr. Cohen.
Thank you. So let's put aside the petition for a refund appeal for a second and just deal with the 5 petitions that are for review of bills. 3 for Marchand Street and 2 for Marchand Street and 3 for Lawndale. All of these bills have been paid. So there's no longer any unclaimed amount or amount to be collected that would be before this board as a controversy. And probably more importantly, all of the bills are beyond the 6-year statute of limitations. I think the most recent of the bills was from 2017. So when the petition for review was filed, there was maybe a month left on the statute of limitations, and that's now closed. So there is no longer any jurisdiction. The city can't seek any personal liability, so there's no longer any jurisdiction for this board. I would additionally note for the Lawndale Street bills specifically, those bills were actually issued to the previous owners, John and Lena Yanofsky, and I put the deeds in the city's exhibits packets to illustrate this. The Yanofsky Family Trust wasn't actually an entity created until after the bills had already been issued. And then the Yanofsky Family Trust was transferred ownership of Lawndale Street. So those bills, because they were issued to the previous owner, mean that there's never been any liability, personal liability for the Yanofsky Family Trust, which is another reason why there's no action needed on those 3 petitions for review. The petition for a refund is frankly much more involved. I can get into that later. I figured I would present those first 5 to this board as a potential no action needed decision.
Janowski, do you understand what Mr. Cohen is saying?
No.
So what he's explained is that the board doesn't have any jurisdiction simply because their bills were paid and these cases are not in a refund posture. Which
Well,
means that the board, just let me finish and then, which simply means that the board has to have something in controversy, which means that there has to be something due. And at this point on these 5 cases, there's nothing due.
okay, and the reason that they were paid is because I was forced into paying them as I could not get the rental license. These bills go back to, some of them are from 2009, especially on Marchand Street. There's one from 2009, and somehow they appeared on a licensing where you either Eclipse program was renewed or something. I'm not sure what happened with the city, but the city went through some kind of different website that they had to from before. And what happened was, when I was paying all these bills every single year, I was renewing my rental license with no problem. 1 year I could not renew the rental license. In 2023, I could not renew the rental license. When I realized why I couldn't do it, I went into research and I looked up that all these invoices from the city were on my account. I had to pay them. I couldn't renew the rental license. It's if I could
I don't think we're arguing why you paid them. I think what Ms. Andrea is trying to say, unless you requested a refund, there is nothing for us to adjudicate here. We don't have the authority to do that unless there's some amount in controversy. And since you paid them and you don't have a refund petition only on one, we can only hear that one today.
Okay, but the problem is that when I file a petition for a refund, I was told that I had to go in front of this board that I am here today, and for them to vote into my favor to allow me to get the refund, and then submit your results to the petition section of your city and apply for a refund. I'm not able to get the refund. I've tried, and I have an email here on my computer actually from a gentleman, or I don't know who it is. It says Salim Muhammad. And it says here that my refund cannot be processed because I need the board to state that I'm allowed to receive a refund.
The process is that you have to request a refund from revenue, and then they have to deny you, and then you can come here. And
I
file-
did.
But
just-
the city
can I-
will stipulate that's actually the process she followed for petition
Petition
ending
number, yes.
9/9. Yes, that one.
And that's what I'm explaining to her. You did do that for
Okay.
one of the cases, but for the other cases, you did not. We don't have a denial from the Department of Revenue. These were not processed as refunds. These were processed simply as I want my money back. And what we've learned while having these hearings is that these were paid. So one of the cases has been processed as a refund, but the other ones you gave bills indicating you wanted to dispute them. And we don't know that when you submit your petition.
No, these 6 properties were all heard at the same time. I've had hearings on it before.
And the,
Just maybe like a year ago or half a year ago, I had a hearing, and they were all presented at the same time. And I was told that it was denied, and I had to appeal, and I filed an appeal for all 6. Again, this has been going on for 2 years now. I've been getting this runaround for the past 2 years.
Mr. Cohen,
I assume that the year ago hearings were the departmental level hearings.
correct.
Okay.
I'm not sure in front of which committee I was in front of, to be honest with you. I have no idea at this point. All I know is that I was forced into paying this in order to renew my rental license. I could not have renewed it because it wouldn't allow for me to go further without paying these invoices. I have no idea where they came from or how they ended up on my accounts. My rental licenses have been renewed. I have a rental license from every single year with no problem. In 2023, I could not renew my rental license. That's when my problems started happening. And after a little bit of research, I found out that there was these invoices that I couldn't even have copies of. I had no idea who they belonged to on my account. And I've been fighting this for the past 2 years. And I've been moved back and forth like like a tennis ball.
Does the board want to step back and discuss at least this part of the case?
Ms.
No, I
Yanowski, have a
I
question.
think, Melissa, I believe that what we could do is, I think that we probably have to help her to file the proper paperwork to put it in a refund posture so that she's not ping-ponging back and forth. And we still, if we go to the back, we can't hear it because right now we can only deal with what's on our computer in front of us. But if you can give it a correct guidance and we'll just hear the one that is in the refund posture, I think that may be more fruitful. What do you think?
The city
Melissa?
can move forward with the refund petition matter.
Board? George, Nancy?
Yeah, please submit a refund petition so that way we can hear the case and make a decision. That's what you have to do. Submit the refund petition to this board.
I'm
You
sorry.
understand?
Ms.
Am I-
Yanowski,
And Ms. Yanowski?
Yes, what did you want me to do, sir?
So on the 5, go ahead, George. Well, he put himself on mute. On the 5 cases before us right now, and even at the department level, they're not in the refund posture, which means that you need an official letter from the Department of Revenue saying that you were denied a refund for these cases. You have that for one of these cases. You have that for the 6340 Lawndale Street, and that's the one we're going to proceed with. But the other cases, you didn't apply for a refund from revenue. You need to apply for a refund from revenue first. Then when they deny you, that's when the tax review board gets jurisdiction.
I did do that. I did do that. I've done
Yes,
that,
you
and
did. You did that
why
for
I
one
already
case.
had. I was able to have a hearing in front of the board before. I wouldn't have been able to have a hearing if I didn't get the denial letter. I did have the denial letter.
For
When
one
I-
of
Denial letter from the Department of Revenue, not the denial letter from the tax review board. That's what so the way it works is the tax review board only has jurisdiction over refund cases after revenue has denied it, not the tax review board's hearing but the Department of Revenue has to deny your petition for revenue. So on case number 6, you have a refund denial from the Department of Revenue saying that they can't pay your refund. And that's what gives the Tax Review Board jurisdiction to hear the matter.
I think it might clarify these sort of abstract discussions of how to proceed if we actually went into argument on the refund petition before this board.
But the board has to make a determination on the other matters.
If the board would like to do so, that would be fine.
wanna
If
go
the
to
board
the
would like
back,
to
Melissa?
hold its decisions until after hearing the refund petition, that might also be fine.
Okay, well, the board wants to just go in the back for a second.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we're back. Ryan or George?
Yes, we're back. We decided to hear the case that there's no controversy that we can hear. So city, if you could put on your argument.
Thank you. Actually, I have not dealt previously with a petition for refund matter, so I had to go back to the Philadelphia Code and do some research. The standard for doing a petition for a refund is different than the typical standard for petition for review. For a refund, it's if the charge has been paid under a mistake of fact or law or under an invalid law. That's section 19-1703 sub 1A. So essentially, if there is no mistake of law or fact as to the payment of whatever charge or claim, then there's no refund due. The decision that was actually in the city's exhibits, I could put it on screen if you'd like, of the Department of Revenue was that the liens were valid liens and that no refund was due as a result. And that automatically, in my mind, raised a couple of red flags. So if they were liens, then wouldn't that automatically put them out of the jurisdiction of this board because the Sire Facias Court of Common Pleas process is the exclusive method to challenge liens? And if there's no Sire Facias challenge, then it's not a mistake of law that these liens are valid. They're valid until they are challenged or satisfied. And I also looked up, because I was curious, what happens when you satisfy a lien or judgment? And once you do that, the lien or judgment becomes conclusively satisfied and can only be reopened, sort of clawed back, if there are extraordinary circumstances. And I put all this in the city's position statement for this matter, but essentially the extraordinary circumstances would be if, for example, the city had not actually received payment, like we received a bounced check or we received less than the total amount that was due under the lien. Then the city could petition the court to open the satisfaction back up. But here, where there was a valid lien, the full amount of which was paid, there's no method, no legal method to open that satisfaction back up. It essentially becomes conclusive. So there's no mistake of law in the payment that would generate a refund. And the city has put all the citations to these arguments and a little more nuance in its position statement. But if the board has any questions, I found this fascinating. I would be more than happy to answer them.
I think, Mr. Cohen, you did a great synopsis, but I think
Yeah.
for Ms. Yanofsky, is there any way you can explain how a lien goes on a property and when was the valid time frame of the bill and the lien and this payment? If you could go through that timeline for Ms. Yanofsky.
And what was the
Yes.
lien for?
Yes.
Oh, so sorry. These were ranging from the earliest 2009 to the most recent 2017. These were clip abatements. So I think on the front page of the city's position statement, the 3 for Lawndale Street were all yard cleanups. Interestingly enough, the city was missing some records just due to the age of these cases. So we were missing most of the actual notices of violation and most of the bills, except for the 2017 ones. But we still had the photographs from 2012 through 2017. So the photographs of what was actually abated is in the city's exhibits packet, and I can have John Horvey from the Community Life Improvement Program testify to those abatements and those photographs.
Mr. Cohen, go for it.
Oh, yes. In that case, the city would call John Horvey of the Community Life Improvement Program. And if you could turn on your camera as well, Mr. Horvey, so we can see you. And if we could please swear Mr. Horvey in once his camera is on.
Tap on the camera. There.
There we
Ryan,
go.
can you please swear him in?
Mr.
Horvey.
Horvey,
Yeah, go ahead.
do you swear or affirm to tell the truth with your testimony today?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Horvey. If you could please briefly tell the board how long you've worked for CLIP and in what capacities.
I've been working for CLIP for 21 years. I started out as an intern and now I am the Director of Administration and Management.
And in the course of your work for CLIP, have you reviewed the records for and gone into the Eclipse system, or maybe even the Hansen system for the property at 6340 Lawndale Street?
Yes.
And I'm going to put on my screen the city's exhibits packet, which has been previously provided to the board and to the petitioner. And just give it a moment until, can everyone see on my screen the exhibits?
Not yet.
And it's going to take a second.
There,
Yeah.
something came up.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to skip the deeds because we've been over that argument. So Mr. Horvey, what is this document that I have on screen?
It's a historical file report. It's basically like a summary of what went on in the system for that case.
And just for the record, is this a historical case file report drawn from the current Eclipse system, but containing data that was previously housed in the old Hansen system?
Correct. That's exactly right.
And was this data imported, I think, March 17th of 2020 from Hansen into Eclipse?
I believe it's March 14th, but yes, 2020.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think you're correct. So what relevant data is in this report for case number 538137?
The relevant data is the dated inspections, the description of the case of what generated it, which for this one was overgrowth trash. There was a stagnant pool and a lack of rental license. The other notes on here are internal for staff. We did abate the property that on 6/25. All the other, that's the relevant information on this form.
And actually, let's jump down to page 18 on the same document. Is this, or in highlighting that is not in the original that I've added for emphasis, are the highlighted details on page 18 the specific worker details, how many workers, how many hours they worked, and what they did to abate this property?
That's correct.
So that's like 9 trash bags, 4 workers at 6 hours, and a driver at 1.5 hours.
Yeah, 1.5 hour, one truck, 1 driver, 4 laborers.
Can you read the date
And
of the record?
The date was 6/25/2016.
And I will note for the record that is beyond the 6-year statute of limitations. That actually does factor into whether a refund is legally allowable, because if there's something that's past the statute of limitations and it's lien only, then, well, I put all the argument in my brief. All right, let's move on to page 20. What are these photographs that start on page 20 and go to page 22?
These are photographs of the property, either depending on the dates, they're either in inspector photos or crew chief's before and after photos.
Well, these photos say at the bottom they're specifically from June 25th of 2016. So would they be the before and after photos?
Yes, that would be before and after.
Scrolling down now to page 17. Well, actually, I'll scroll down now to page 18. What can you see, if anything, on page 18 as compared to pages 16 and 17?
I see that our city crew did a great job cleaning the property up.
And I was going to say, was there overgrowth extending back at least to that above ground pool that on the
Yes.
photo in page 22 has been abated?
Yes, completely removed.
Thank you. Now moving down to page 23. Now moving on to case file 553899, are much of the similar, or are the situation, the circumstances much the same, where it's also an abatement just on a different date?
That is correct.
And scrolling down to page 27 and 28, are there also the labor details similar but not the same in this document?
Yes, that's correct.
So is that 10 trash bags on October 4th, 2016, 3 workers at 4.5 hours, 1 truck driver at 1.5 hours?
And one truck and one.
Oh, and
Same-
one truck.
same time.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. And scrolling down now to page 29, are these the before and after photos from October 4th?
Yes. This is before picture in front of us.
And now scrolling down to page 30.
That would be the after picture, same day.
And just noting for the record, the above ground pool has been removed, but is this the same property?
This is indeed the same property.
And now scrolling down to page 31. What is this document that I have on screen?
This is a notice of violation. This is what sparks every case that we have. It's after the inspector has visited the property, noticed these violations, and this gets mailed out the very next day after the inspection.
So I note that we have a notice of violation for this case, which is dated 2017. Were you able to find any notices of violation or bills from the 2016 cases we just saw?
No, unfortunately not. The only thing that carried over from the old system were the photos.
And this notice of violation, does it pertain to case 598206?
Yes.
And scrolling down now to page 33, are these from 9/20/2017, the before and after photos for this abatement?
Yes, that's before.
And specifically on page 33, is this the front yard?
This is the front of the property, yes.
And then page 34, is that the after photo from abatement of the front yard?
That's correct.
And we can see, if we look in this photo, we can see the windows that are on sort of the basement level under the porch. Is that right?
Yes.
But if I scroll back up to the above photo, we can only see about half of those basement windows. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, scrolling down to page 35, is this the rear yard that we've seen previously from the 2016 photos?
Yes.
And then page 36, is this the after abatement photo from the rear yard?
Yes.
And then scrolling down to page 37, what is this document that I have on screen?
This is a bill that gets mailed to the property owner. Just a brief statement of what the crew did when they were there and the cost and the date that we did the work.
And just for the record, who were the recipients of this bill?
John and Lena Yanofsky.
Thank you. And I'm going to scroll down now, just noting page 38. This is the deed from 2019 that I'd mentioned before. And you can see Lena Yanofsky, widow, transferring the property to the Yanofsky Family Trust. And you can actually see sort of later in this same document, or sorry, you can actually see in this document where the family trust was created, if you'll forgive me. Oh, sorry, it was right there in front of me. Dated June 13th, 2019, but the deed is August 2nd, 2019. All right, now I'm going to go down to, sorry, this is the bill that was attached to the actual petition for review that we've gone over, the TRB petition number ending 6554. What, if anything, do you notice about this bill, Mr. Horvey?
The odd thing about this bill is that the date of the bill has a date of January 19th, 2023, which would indicate to me that someone visited our office and asked for a copy of the bill.
And is it CLIP's normal procedure when someone asks for a copy of the bill to reprint it with that day's date?
It's just automatic. It's whenever you print the bill, that's the date that appears. So every time you print the bill, that date could change. Like, say, if I print that today, it would have today's date on it.
But it wouldn't be the original copy of the bill. Actually, just let's jump to, I think it's page 49. Is this the reprinted bill for case 598206?
Yes.
And the date of the bill 1/19/2023?
The date of the reprint.
And let's go back up to page 37. Does it look substantially similar to the original copy of the bill on page 37?
Yes.
Is there any key difference between the two?
Just the date of the bill.
This bill, the original being September 21st of 2017?
Yes, correct.
Thank you. I have no further questions for Mr. Horvey, but I can leave my exhibits on screen if Ms. Yanofsky has any questions for him that would need the exhibits.
Ms. Yanofsky, do you have any questions for Mr. Horvey?
Well, thank you for Mr. Herbert, but when we originally realized that there's a problem after I paid, I was forced to pay the extra money to renew the rental license, I've contacted CLIP because I spoke with Diane, who was a representative at the CLIP back then.
Ms.
and
Yanofsky, Ms. Yanofsky, I'm asking, do you have any questions for Mr. Horvey? If you want to testify, you could testify, but for
No,
right
I
now-
don't have questions for him.
That's perfect. So what we're gonna do now is thank Mr. Horvey for his time, and then we're gonna go to you, and if there's anything else you want to say about this case.
Well, I actually have one more exhibit to show on screen, and then I can rest the city's case.
Okay, so he's gonna finish his matter, and then you can put on what you need to, okay?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I had requested and received on page 56. This is the refund petition filed by Ms. Yanofsky on behalf of the Yanofsky Family Trust to the Department of Revenue. So you can see here, these are the three bills that we just went over, the photographs of which we just reviewed. And this case here, 2158, that's the one that was included in this refund petition, but that wasn't also included in a petition for review.
Got it.
But if we look, sorry, if we scroll down to, the tax center, because there's no, these reprinted bills were attached, but the 2153 bill wasn't. Sorry, if we scroll down to the refund denial notice, here we have it. The refund reason is no basis for refund. The liens are valid liens. And if we look at, and you'll please excuse me, going on to page 55 in the tax, Philadelphia Tax Center, we actually look at 2153 down here. Now we know why. The work date of 2153 was October 26th of 2009. So I think that may actually predate the use of the Hansen system, meaning this was like 2 city record-keeping systems ago. So any records that might have been in existence at that time have most certainly been lost or destroyed. And with that, I will stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
Mr. Cogan, I saw a number there for the departmental refund of $813. Can you explain about that to me?
I believe $813 is the total amount if you were to add up at the time that the refund request was made to the Department of Revenue, if you were to add up the 3 bills that we went over and lien 2153.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Yanofsky, do you have any additional information you want to provide the board?
Yes, I would like to say that this is all going back some of them to 2009, and there is no way I have records to show if the bills were paid or not. They could have been paid, but I don't have a record of it. This is not that it's a year or two. This is close to 10 years, over 10 years. You can't expect a human being to be able to produce bills that were paid 15 years ago. It's unreasonable. I mean, why wasn't I notified of these expenses or these problems when the time came? Why wasn't nothing received? It just occurred once in 2023 when everything, the city changed their system from one to another, and somehow these bills, you're saying they're not paid, and I'm saying they should have been paid or they were paid. How do we move beyond that?
Could you prove that you paid them?
From 2009, sir?
No, you said
I'm
that they're
just saying,
paid.
how is
Hold
it
on,
reasonable to
Ms.
ask a human
Yanofsky,
being to
Ms.
keep
Yanofsky.
records from 2009 or
No, Ms.
2012? How is
Ms.
it reasonable?
Ms. Shinansky, I'm just asking. You said that you can't say if they were paid or not, and I was asking a question. It wasn't bad or good. If you could prove that you paid these bills other than 2023, and you're saying no.
Can the
Okay.
city prove that they were not paid in 2000? Can you prove that? Just because you're putting them on my account doesn't mean they were not paid.
The city will stipulate that the bills have since been paid since 2023. That's reflected in the city's tax center record that was just on screen. I just didn't scroll all the way to the right to show that there were zero balances in all of them.
Sure, I understand. There are zero balances because I paid them in 2023 as I could not renew the rental license. Whatever happened with the system, somehow these bills were put on the account so that the owner going forward to renew rental license, which we have been able to do every single year, in 2023, we were not able to do that. That's how all this came about. This is the can of worms that was opened in 2023 when I could not renew the rental license and I had these extra amounts coming up, couldn't figure anything out. I was like in a shock. I was able to contact the city, every single day I was on the phone trying to reach somebody to explain to me why I can renew the rental license. Then finally, I was able to reach Diane at CLIP. She did some research and she sent me this information, which did not make any sense, but I didn't have records for it. I don't have records for 2009. Why wasn't this put on my account in 2010, 2012, 2015? When at that point I would have had my records, I could have looked stuff up. I'm sure the bills were paid. Like every year we pay them. I renew my license every year. I pay the taxes every year. I pay everything every year. I've never ever had a problem.
Mr. Cohen.
So your argument is that you didn't get notice, and
No, I'm not.
I think you.
Sir, I'm not. My argument is they could have been paid at that time. Very possible that they were paid, but there is no way for me to look this information up since we're in 2025 and you're claiming it they were due in 2009 and 2012, 2017, which is, I don't have record keeping for that time. If the city has proof to show me that they were not paid in 2009, show me that it wasn't paid.
Can I ask a question? Mr.
Thank you.
Cohen, can you just explain how a bill becomes a lien?
Actually, I could probably answer a lot of Ms. Yanofsky's questions, just as what I was going to do as part of my closing.
Sure.
So the question of notification is actually just that the city did not have an obligation to notify of an existing lien. So the city did send notification to the previous owners, John and Lena Yanofsky, that we put on the record with the 2017 bill that we still had a copy of. But the historical reports of the other two cases actually explain when the bill was issued and sent out. We just don't have a copy of that bill because it's been lost to time.
Okay.
So those were the dates of notification of the previous owners. But when a property is transferred to a new owner, it's actually the new owner's responsibility at the date of sale, or the date of transfer in this case, to do the research, to look up whether there are any encumbrances that are on the property, anything encumbering title to the property, which would be those liens. So those liens were already of record back in, I think, going from 2009 to 2017. The liens themselves transferred with the property because they run with the land. They don't stay with the previous owners. And eventually, 6 years after 2017, the final statute of limitations ran and personal liability against John and Lena Yanofsky was extinguished. But that didn't extinguish the liens. And eventually, the Department of Revenue switched its record-keeping system from the old agency receivable system to PRISM. And then these liens started popping up when L&I started to do these license searches. It is actually in the law that L&I cannot issue a license if there's an unpaid amount that would prevent, unpaid amount in the property that would prevent property license issuance. So that's why I think sometime in 2023, Ms. Yanofsky got notified, okay, there are these liens that you've had a duty in 2019 to learn about, but now they are going to prevent you from getting issuance of your rental license. And that's when she paid these liens and then subsequently requested a refund from the Department of Revenue. And then when the department went back and looked at what these liens were, their analysis was these are valid liens from back 2009 through 2017. So there's no basis for a refund. So that's essentially the city's presentation today, is that these were clip abatements that we have proof occurred. We still have the photographs. We just don't have all of the paper documentation because, frankly, it's been over 6 years. In some cases, in 2009, it's been over 15 years. And we don't keep those types of records for that long. What we do have, however, is the historical reports that show the data that went into those notices of violation and those bills. We've got the photographs, and we have the law that these were liens that were put on the property that become the responsibility of the property owner to challenge through the Siri facias process or to satisfy. And Ms. Yanofsky chose the latter. There were no Siri facias challenges, but there was satisfaction of these liens. And like I said at the beginning, once the liens have been satisfied, you really can't claw them back into a refund status to get the money back because the case is over. The lien has been extinguished.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen. Ms. Yanowski, do you have a closing argument of stuff that we
My
didn't,
closing argument is that this is an
arguments that we didn't hear anymore?
This is an extortion because because these bills were paid, these liens, you call them liens, but when the property was transferred in 2019, these liens did not come up. They did not come up. They did not come up till 2023. That's when they came up because, and I'll explain to you why. When the deeds were transferred, so the licenses got redone. You had to get the new license with the new name. You had to get the new tax ID for the city. Everything got transferred. No notifications were received about these liens. So if they were already active somewhere, they were not put in a system. They were probably somewhere lost and put on the system in 2023. They were not there in 2019. They were there in 2023. That's the problem. And if this, I had to pay them. The reason I had to pay them is I couldn't renew the license. They were put on put on Yanofsky Family Trust. They were not put on John and Lena Yanofsky. They were put on Yanofsky Family Trust. At the time, Yanofsky Family Trust in 2006 or 2009 did not exist. Can you explain that to me?
Thank you. Let's go to the back. Board. you ready to go to the back?
Before the board leaves, the city would move its exhibits packet into evidence.
Okay.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna go in the back and discuss this matter.
Pure extortion.
George, are you not getting the button to jump in?
I'm not getting the button to jump in, no.
Okay, hold tight.
I've tried a couple things, but they didn't work.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. So I'm gonna try again.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I even had you here.
I need Ryan to get out and then I can open it up again. All right.
Let's go into the first because she's one of the something was going to say something. Please go.
Hello.
1 second, Nancy, please.
I know. I'm just letting you a reminder that I'm still here.
I know. Nancy, you should be asked to join.
I have a black screen right now. I don't have anything to push. Is there anything I can do?
No, you could leave and try to come back, but for some reason it says it's asking you to join and it's not prompting you to join.
And I don't have anything to hit to say that I want to leave either. I just have a completely black screen.
All right, I need you to jump back in, okay?
Is there something I can push to do that?
I could take some of the table, and she wasn't tapped down.
I don't know where she's gone.
George and I are back. Is Nancy back, Melissa?
She's not back.
Well, with respects to cases, what is one? What are they, Melissa? 1, 3, and 6? With respect to cases 1, 3, and 6, the board realizes that it was a lien and they were paid, and we have no jurisdiction. Therefore, we have to deny that petition. Ryan Boyer, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
And with respects to the other petitions that were not in a refund posture, the board has also ruled that we have no jurisdiction over those, and there are additional steps that you have to go through. So on those, no action needed. Ryan Boyer, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Thank you for your time, and we I guess we'll see you again once you get in the refund posture. Thank you.
Just want to say something. I'm not getting a refund because I know it's not happening. This is the city extortion from good, hardworking people, that you just take the money and run with it. And that is why the city in such a crisis. You have not enough housing, not enough low.
If you wish to appeal this matter, please note you have 30 days from the date of this determination to appeal this to the Court of Common Pleas. Thank you for your time, and we need to move on to the next matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, the next case, 1 second, I just want to make Nancy.
Never myself, I'm very so bad.
I'm gonna go put the petitioner for PHL into the room so we can move on with that matter.
Thank you very much.
Everyone, have a good one.
Oh, thank you very much, Director Orve.
Anytime.
PHL, come on in. Thank you so much for your patience. We had one.
Oh, who is the petitioner for PHL?
Have a seat. Nice and loud, please. Don't know where she is.
Is she still in the breakout room?
No, she's just in the ether. We're missing a board member. She's trying to get back into the room, but I think we can start this matter in an attempt.
I would actually ask that we take a break so that she's here for the presentation of argument and evidence. Just
Of course.
if someone could reach Ms. Cameradiner on the phone or something, maybe talk her
Can
through.
everybody just hold on for a second? Here.
Excellent.
Thank you, Nancy.
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought I did the last time, but it didn't work. Thanks.
All right. I'm gonna read in the next case. So this is PHL Hotel Franchisee LLC, docket number 26LF MERZZ 9664. The address on this account is 8660 Bartram Avenue. Sir, can I have your name?
First name Dwayne, D-W-A-Y-N-E. Last name Cronce, C-R-O-N-C-E.
Can I have a board member swear him in, please?
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give today will be truthful and accurate?
I do.
Mr. Cronce, did you receive the city's exhibits packet and position statement that I emailed to Brett Maidman?
I didn't receive the packet. I just received information to be here today on behalf of the PLH.
Would you mind giving me your email address? I'll forward it to you now. Is he in front of a computer? Can he pull the things up?
No. I have a packet.
Oh.
I'm just gonna give it to him.
Okay, perfect. Even better. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Mitchell, you were previously sworn in. Can you read the numbers for the record, please?
Sure, 8660 Bartram Avenue. This is for a license fee. Bill date 2/19/2025. Bill number 731011.
I actually have a more updated bill that I think Mr. Edens can read into the record. Sorry, Ms. Mitchell.
Okay, no problem.
If we could swear Mr. Edens in.
Can I have
Mr. Edens, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give today will be truthful and accurate?
Yes.
And Mr. Edens, can you read in the numbers from the most recent renewal bill that was issued?
$79,969.48. The bill was printed July 30th, 2025.
And can you break down the current license fee, past license fee, and penalty and interest?
Yes.
Well, I actually have a copy of the bill. I can put it on screen if you'd like to use that as a reference.
As well.
Current license fee is $10,488. The delinquent fee is $44,536. The penalty is $24,945.48, which brings the total to $79,969.48.
And just for the record's sake, the $24,900 penalty fee, does that include both penalty and interest?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Cohen, do you have an opening statement?
Oh, yes. So PHL hotel franchisee filed this as an interest and penalty only challenge. And frankly, my colleague Lee Bagelman has pretty much already addressed this as of the February position statement and exhibits filings. But just to reiterate, the penalty and interest are statutory. They are set at a rate of 1.5%, I think 0.5% interest and 1% penalty per month for every month that a renewal fee is not paid. And as I will show with Supervisor Edens of the license issuance unit, this rental license 731011 has been expired since March 6th of 2020. So that means on March 7th of 2020, the new year's license fee was incurred and then proceeded thereafter to incur interest and penalties every month. And then the year after that, a new license fee and penalty and interest. The year after that, license fee, penalty, interest. And it has not been renewed to date. So that's how we get to this significant 70,000 plus figure, is that there is a hotel with over 100 units that's by the airport that has not had an active rental license in 5 years.
Okay. Mr. Krantz, floor is yours. Mr. Krantz?
Yes. Again, I believe my owners made an attempt to make a payment in February this year to clear this matter up. They were interested in the interest payments that had occurred to get to $79,969. So at this point in time, I'm here to question the actual interest that you just read with regards to the 5 years of no renewal. So clearly that's where we're at, 79,969. So there's not much else I can say about it, so.
Okay. Does the board have any questions?
Yeah, what is the plan for the payment now? You are delinquent for the past 5 years. How can you run a business without a license in City of Philadelphia? So what is the plan now?
Well, I'm here on behalf of the company to determine what the final bill was, if there was any reduction in the interest and penalties. And at that point, I'll go back to the ownership and let them know that this is the final, and it's up to them to go ahead and render payment.
But I guess what my colleague, Mr. Matthews, is saying is that it's been 5 years. You don't have a license. You didn't make a good faith effort. Why not? And what's the plan? Why should we believe that you're now going to pay?
Well, again, currently the building is closed, and is in, I believe it's in foreclosure, or in the process of being sold. So it's cleaned up. So to make restitution and then to move forward.
Is there any discussion or an intention of going back and doing something about it, or is that final in terms of what you just said?
Again, I've been instructed to come here today to find the findings of the interest that was tagged on to the actual penalties. Since that has been laid out, I'm pretty much satisfied with it. And the current ownership will need to deal with the total balance of 79,969.48.
Can we go to the back, Melissa, Nancy, and George?
Yes.
Do you not want to hear anything else from Mr. Cohen?
Well, I actually had a question.
I'm sorry.
A question for Mr. Krantz. If the building is under foreclosure proceedings, then if the building is foreclosed on, then would PHL Hotel Franchisee continue to be the party or entity renting out units at this hotel?
Well, let me just rephrase that. The foreclosure is misspoken. It's in the process. It has been closed since April.
Okay.
With the understanding to sell the building. And that's where I'm at right now. Again, I'm the general manager of the building, so I was just told to come down here since I'm so close to inquire about the interest that was put on the penalties for the licensing renewal. That you laid it out pretty clearly. They'll know that they need to adhere to all these penalties and fines and go ahead and make the arrangements.
Well, just if I could have Supervisor Eden speak to this. What is the procedure where a property is sold to a new owner and that new owner applies for a new license or rental license? Mr. Edens, you're currently muted.
The license fees will go with the previous owner, not the new owner.
So the new owner would be able to get a fresh rental license?
Yes.
So is it actually PHL Hotel franchisee's intention to renew its license and continue to have its right to rent out these rooms, or is the intention to sell the property and have a new owner get a new license?
I can't speak on that behalf. All I know is that
Okay. I guess for the purposes of this hearing, we'll assume that PHL Hotel franchisee wishes to renew its license and continue to, or get the right to rent out these properties and collect rent.
That question
Is
is
there-
to Mr. Croce. I'm sorry, Croncy.
Yes, that is the intent, to clear up this matter and move forward with the renewal of the license.
Okay.
At the present time.
I'd actually just ask Mr. Edens to elaborate on the calculation of the interest and penalty on the current July 30th, 2025 renewal fee bill. Mr. Edens, if you could please unmute.
Yes.
So how is the interest and penalty on the current bill calculated, that 24,900 figure?
It's the interest fee, which is $8,315.16, along with the penalty, which is $16,630.32.
Well, specifically, is there like an algorithm or something that's built in that you plug in the numbers and the dates and it will shoot out those figures for you?
No, sir. It's actually computer driven. So we don't type in any numbers. The computer generates the interest and penalties for us.
I'm sorry, that's sort of what I mean is the computer drawing this information from the Eclipse system?
Yes.
And are the component pieces of information going to be essentially the same? Like number of units is input from the rental license application, the date of issuance also linked to the rental license application, that sort of thing?
Yes.
Mr. Quantz, do you have any questions about the calculation of penalties and interest?
No, I don't. I can explain that to the current ownership that this, that's why I'm here today, just to question the total bill of 79,696.48. Explained to me that the interest that has been carried for the last 5 years with the renewal fee has now equated to 79,696.
And I guess the last thing that I would like to do is just put the current bill on screen and just have Mr. Edens, once I get the packet, here we go. Just have him verify, is this an accurate copy of the bill that City's Exhibit C?
Yes.
And this is the one from July 30th?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And with that, Mr. Croncy, do you have any questions about this bill or any of the other exhibits in the packet?
No,
if you'd like to see anything.
Well, is it exhibit for me to keep?
Yes,
Yes, and I will relay that back to the ownership.
okay. Is there anything else anybody wants to say before the board goes back and makes a determination?
The city would just move its exhibits into evidence.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen. Board, you guys ready?
Yes, I'm ready to go back. Yes.
Everybody just stay where they are. The board's just going into the virtual room. Ryan, everyone is back.
Everyone is back. Thank
Mhm.
you. With respect to the petition to abate any interest and penalty, that petition is denied. Ryan Boyer, I concur.
George Matthews, I concur.
Nancy Camerdiner, I concur.
The petitioner,
Thank-
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
The tax review board will issue its decision within the next 10 business days. If you wish to appeal, if the city or the petitioner wishes to appeal, they'll have 30 days to appeal this matter before the Court of Common Pleas. Any additional questions can be answered by the decision letter. I think we
Thank you
have-
very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ms. Do we have any other cases, Melissa?
No, our docket is finished.
Thank
Well,
you
this
very much,
doc-
members of the board.
Everyone have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend, everyone.
You
Try to stay